Okay guys, so today I'm going to do a little refresher on completing the square because we're going to need that for the next 3 sections that we're going to do. So notice that I don't say solve by completing the square or anything like that. So all we're doing today is just the completing of the square kind of process of it. All right, so for completing the square, we're going to bring our constant over, and then we've got x squared plus 6x plus blank equals 7 plus blank. And then to complete the square, we take our b term in the middle and we divide that by 2. That equals 3, and we're going to square that. So we add 9 to this side. So what we do to one side, we got to do to the other. So this is going to be x plus 3 squared equals 16. And that is where we are going to stop for this process. All right, for the next one, there's no constant to bring over, so it's x squared plus 4x plus blank equals 0 plus blank. So we're going to take that middle term 4 divided by 2, and then we square that, so it's 4. So we add 4 to this side, we add 4 to that side. So it's going to be x plus 2 squared equals 4. And we've completed the square. All right, same deal with number 3. We're going to add 32. So we get x squared plus 4x plus blank equals 32 plus blank. Okay, so we take that middle term, 4, and we divide it by 2, so we get 2, and we're going to square that. So we get add 4 to this side, add 4 to that side. So we have x plus 2 squared equals 36. All right, for the next one, we're going to subtract 22. So we get x squared minus 10x plus blank equals a negative 22 plus blank. We're going to take our middle term and divide it by 2. So divide that negative 10 divided by 2. That's negative 5, but we're going to square that, so that becomes positive 25. So we add 25 to this side, we add 25 to that side. So it's going to be x minus 5 squared equals 3. Final answer. All right. So now we have a coefficient in front of the x squared. So the first thing I do is I check to see, can I divide all 3 terms by 9 to make my life easier? And unfortunately, I can't. I can't have an integer when I divide by 9. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to factor the 9 out because I already added or subtracted the constant over. So it's going to be x squared minus 2x plus blank equals negative 3 plus blank. So I take that middle term now that I've factored out the 9, which is a negative 2. I'm going to divide that by 2, so I get negative 1. I square it, I get 1. So I add 1 on the inside, but technically I didn't add 1, I added 9. So I add 9 to this side. So I have 9 x minus 1 squared is equal to 6. Okay. All right. Next one, we've got a 4 in front of the x squared, so I can't divide everything by 4. So I'm going to add 99 over. And then I'm going to factor out that 4. So 4 x squared minus x plus blank equals 99 plus blank. And then I take that middle term, which is a negative 1. I'm going to divide it by 2, and then I'm going to square it. So it's going to be plus 1/4. I didn't add 1/4. I added 1, technically. So this is going to be 4x minus 1/2 squared equals 100. All right, next one. I already have the constant over, so I take that middle term, -8 divided by 2, -4, and then I'm going to square it. So it's going to be x squared minus 8x plus blank equals -13 plus blank. The blank is -4 squared, which is 16. So we've got x minus 4 squared equals 3. All right, and last one, we take that middle term. So x squared plus 6x plus blank equals 16 plus blank. So 6 divided by 2 is 3, and then we're going to square that. So we add 9 to this side, add 9 to that side. X plus 3 squared equals 25. Final answer. All right, so now you guys try the completing the square sheet.